Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Florida Boy. You are watching Florida Boy EDC. Today's video is going to be a fun one. We have a package in from my boy LCap. If you haven't seen him down in the comments before, you probably haven't been looking at the comments. He comments on most of the videos. He was there for the live. He frequents a lot of the EDC channels. Really good guy. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and open this box. I kind of already know what's in here, but I'm super stoked to check it out because these are some things that have been on my list for a hot minute. So let's get into it. All right, so just to say it one more time, this stuff was sent in by my boy LCap. Dude, thank you so much. I apparently can't flick a knife this early in the morning. Thank you so much for sending this in. These items are not mine to keep, just so everybody knows. He sent them in because he's just an awesome dude. We're going to open it from this side because we do have shipping information on the other side, and I'm sure he would not appreciate me handing out his address. So yeah, we're just gonna carefully cut into this and cut off to the side and not towards my body. And we're using the knife that my boy Dan sent me in, my Civivi. That's part of my wood carry that I've been playing around with. There we go. All right, we're opening this up like a chest cavity here. And Jesus, LCap, or should I say Mel Cap? Hold on, let me get this out of the way so I can take this off. Okay. All right, no shipping information on either side, so I think we're good. Yeah, I was at the bowling alley when he emailed me, and I emailed him back, and I was hanging out with my little brother, and yeah, I probably sounded like I was super illiterate because I had so many typos, and I'm not even going to get into it. All right, so there it is, and this looks to be, yep, this looks to be the holster sheath-a-madoodle. We'll take a look at that here in just a second. Oh, that must be, oh yeah, he did. He said he was sending a strop for me with some diamond abrasive. So I'm super stoked to check that out. You know what? We'll go ahead and we'll take a look at this first. So this says walnut finished with Danish oil and horsehide leather. Ooh. This already sounds like this is going to be nicer than my strop. All right. Well, I don't know why I was going to cut that tape. I'm just gonna peel this. Sorry, LCap. I'm gonna peel off your nice handwriting. Maybe. Maybe. All right. I don't know why I'm being like so delicate with this. Oh my gosh, come on. Oh dang, look at this. Let me get this trash out of the way. Let me move some of this stuff too, just so we can focus one moment at a time. So look at this bad boy. And actually, you know what's cool is my EDC dump tray is a walnut tray. So this actually matches my tray. Super nice, very finished. And then we can see our leather, our strap on the other side. This is nice, man. That's awesome. I'm super stoked to start using this. My strap that I have that is currently MIA is just a really cheap strap off of Amazon that I've had pretty much since the conception of me collecting knives. God, it's so hard to get to the fuller of this knife. I'm just not used to it yet. And yeah, it's not the greatest strap, but it's gotten me by. So I'm super excited. My reverse flicking skills today are just, or lack thereof, are just supremely surprising me. Yeah, my strap is just less than ideal. So whenever, and you know what's funny is I've been looking at straps for a while, and I have never claimed to be the aforementioned king or knowledge database of strops or sharpening or anything like that, because I am not. I am a general user and collector. And yeah, so I always get stumped on looking at strops and going, am I just paying for this because it looks pretty? Or am I, you know, just gonna overpay for everything, because that's typically what I end up doing. I see something that looks cool. You know, everybody here, Jesus, everybody here knows the old way it goes. It's not always you know, function and fit over cosmetics, and that's kind of my philosophy. You really made sure this was not going to leak into this box. Oh man. Okay, we're at the end there. Okay. All right. So apparently I can't type emails and I can't take saran wrap off of bottles. So here is the diamond abrasive. I've actually never ever had something like this before. Typically I just use the little green, you know, compound, whatever you call it. So yeah, this is going to be completely new to me, and I'm super right after I'm done with this video, I've actually got a couple knives that need to be honed. So I'm actually 100% going to test this bad boy out, and I'll be, you know, it's actually Saturday morning and it's 5 after 10, and I have a live with Rich, which from True Budget EDC or EDC and Prepping here in, like, you know, 55 minutes. So we're going to power through this video, and then may end up just using this during the live. So let's go ahead and check out what he sent in for the channel and for me to check out. Man, thanks again for this. I'm super stoked for this. You have no idea. I've really been wanting a new strop, and I'm one of those that's so indecisive on stuff like that. But I'll pull the trigger in 2 seconds on a flashlight or a knife. I don't get it. It's probably a knowledge thing. I probably just don't know enough. So here we go. This is a knife that he sent in, and I think it was it the Mannix that we were talking about? I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it was the Mannix. I don't want to cut into this with there being a knife in here. Now that I think about it, before I have to buy him a new one of these. Oh, looky there. Let's move this bad boy out of the way. All right. So, sorry, had a little bit of a buzzing going on at the door. So we have, this is the Mannix 2. Oh. There we go. I knew I could do it. So I've actually never ever held a Mannix 2. I actually have not held a lot of Spyderco knives. My PM2 is kind of like the only. Well, I also had the. Is it the police that I sent duty over at Duty's Daggers? From like it was like the early 90s or something. This blade is tight. Are they all like this? It feels kind of tight, but then again, you know, that's comparing it against my my paramilitary. This thing has really nice action though. That detent's really tight. I like it though. I want to get a. I wish I had some of my other knives out, and I don't want to just run around. Let's go ahead and just get like a general length on this, because like I said, I've never had and this Mannix too. The Mannix, the native, all of those are on my list. This thing's right at 8 inches. That fits my criteria. I prefer a big knife, full size. I'm not unless I'm carrying for work. And man, we have a really nice flat grind going on. All right, let's jump up here. I think these are FRN handles. Pretty sure feels like FRN. The ergos are super nice. Yeah. See, I'm already seeing why people have these. Why people talk about them all the time. What is this? It's not. Wouldn't be called an access lock. Why am I I just got up not too long ago. So, yeah, my brain is not working at full capacity as of right now. But now that I'm getting a little bit more used to the action, it's getting easier for me. I just had to fiddle with it for a second. Dude, man, the LCAP, man, these, man, I'm going to have to look up how much these go for after I get off of this recording. This one is the CPM S110V. I'm pretty sure this is probably a special model. I can't imagine that all of them come with 110. But man, how crisp is that? The only thing I see right now, and this is me being totally nitpicky, is I am not a fan of wire clips. That being just me. And probably a lot of other people. But the thing about Spyderco knives, and we've talked about this on the channel before, is these knives are super duper customizable. His looks like it is totally factory. So this is pretty much how it's going to come, which is actually what I prefer whenever I'm trying to figure out if I want a knife. I really don't want to buy a knife if I don't. It gets kind of weird for me with knives. If I'm going to customize it, but if I don't like the factory fit and finish, I probably just won't pick one up in the first place. Yeah, look at this. Just sucks it on in there. Yeah, that's nice. I don't understand. Maybe this might just be the way he has his dialed in. I'm so used to like, I guess I'm just really used to my my ram lock. Whenever I pull that down, because that's what this reminds me of, is the ram lock. Whenever I pull it down, it just fling right into the, just goes drop shut. This guy's a little tight, but we are perfectly centered. And I mean, looking at the little Civivi that I've been using for this open boxing, they're pretty much the same size. I mean, I do got a couple little knives next to me. I got like oh god. Maybe I just shouldn't be handling knives this morning. So I've got the little mini Praxis sitting next to me. So that just kind of gives you like an idea of the size of this knife. It is a good size. I actually thought it was going to be smaller, and I don't know why I thought that. I'm glad it's not smaller, because if it was smaller, I probably wouldn't have been a big fan. What is it? What is it? The one that's smaller that looks, is it like the Little Native or something to that effect? I don't know. I really wish I knew more about Spyderco, because I really like their knives. Especially my PM2 is probably one of my favorite knives in my entire collection. But this is the Manix 2, and this is the lightweight model. Just looking at this, I'm pretty sure he said it was the lightweight model. Man, this feels so good. I do want to cut something with it, because, knife, cut stuff. I did tell him that I would not cut a lot of stuff, but I did forewarn him that I might cut a little bit of paper. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Yeah, okay. that's exactly what I thought was going to happen. So yeah. No surprises there. So we'll pick this bad boy up one more time. Remember, this is just the unboxing video, and I will do full reviews after I've had a little bit more hands-on with this knife, and I'll get a little bit more used to the action. I'm trying. I guess it's because it's not my knife. I'm trying to be gentle when I swing it, and I forget that it is a tool. But it's not mine, so. Whenever I have other people's stuff, I don't know. I treat it with as much respect as I would treat the actual person. So the same goes for your knife, LCAP. You don't have to worry. These will be very, very well taken care of. And once we're done with the video, I am going to put some oil on this blade, because being in Florida scares me with other people's stuff and humidity. So yeah, that's on my to-do list after I get out of here. Next, this hunkin' behemoth. Man, you really packaged everything really nice, man. I am going to do my best to package everything just as nice as you packaged it for me. No promises though, because you did an amazing job. Look at that. Just look at it. And paper wrapped up around the mic. There we go. This is the Olight Marauder Mini. And this is something that I have passed on so many times. And just like the knives, I don't know why. I guess I needed to see one before I would know if I would want one. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know why I've skipped on the Marauder Mini so many times. But we are going to take a look at it now. The Olight sale is coming out, very, very, very soon. So we are going to find out if this is going to be something that's going to be part of the collection very, very, very soon. So let's go ahead and open the box. We've got a nice magnetic box. And then we see, thank you for being a part of the Olight family. Thank you, Olight. Thank you. Oh, man. Look at this thing. Look, you still got the sticker on here. Man. This stuff like that, man. Stuff like that makes me really nervous whenever I'm using somebody else's stuff. I tend to take really, really good care of my stuff, but I do take my stickers off. And then I see people who keep all their stickers and stuff, and I'm like, oh God, I don't want to touch this. Oh man. I'm gonna have to get out the white gloves. So in the box should be probably just the manual. It probably doesn't have all the accessories in here. We do have an instruction manual. I will link. I don't want to open up all his packages and stuff, depending on how he's got it all organized in there. So I will link the Marauder Mini and the Manix 2, and I'll link all that stuff in the description down below. So move that box off the table. So don't worry about that. Just check the description down below, and you'll be able to find probably whatever it is that you're looking for as far as information goes. Now, this thing is a chonker. Oh my God! I feel like I'm holding a brick in my hand. I could beat somebody with this. And I love it. I'm going to get out the scale because, reasons. And just to give you an idea, let's go ahead and I'm going to actually put this right here, and we're going to zero out the scale and put that on there. I don't want to put his flashlight on a metal scale. So this thing is 16.7 ounces. Now, just to give you an idea, that flashlight is 16.7 ounces. Here is my nutsack leather caddy that's got my Boker slip joint and my my Refine EP1. Yeah, that's just the EP1. So this is my carry that I generally carry when I'm at work. Here is an Olight i5R in copper, and then Dunmasserin. Don't ask me the name of this knife. I already forget. I'm so bad at remembering names of knives. But this is my little fixed blade that I carry that I got from Dan. And same thing with that knife. I got that knife from Dan. He sends me a lot of knives, and they're all very sentimental to me, so I carry them a lot. Yeah, so there is basically what's in my pockets at work. And it doesn't weigh as much as that flashlight. I could even put my AirPods up here. We're still not as much as the flashlight. So, yeah, now hopefully that kind of portrays the weight of this. And don't get me wrong, I am not saying that's a bad thing. I absolutely love shit that's heavy. Trust me. I love it when something feels heavy because it feels like it's worth it. You know what I mean? So this definitely feels like that. He's also got the Olight lanyard attached to this. But let's look at this monstrosity of a lens. This thing is crazy. This is like dual beam, flood, spot. I'm pretty sure it's got a mixture of colored lights in there. I think it was a red light. These things are just insane. They really are. And one of my absolute favorite flashlights in my collection is my Lumentop FW21 Pro, and it only has 3 LEDs, but it kind of comes out to this bulkier of a head. I got the hiccups. And that's one of my favorite form factors, is like the old school looking flashlight, but with that new school twist and better technology, of course. So this definitely fits that bill. This definitely has that form factor. And these cool little spirals are nice too. You can see here that it says hot surface. That is because, if you didn't know and you have a Marauder, if you turn this thing on turbo and you leave it long enough, you could probably cook an egg. So this also doubles as a hot plate. Not tested, because this is my first one, of course, but I'm going to assume, because I can do that on the FW21 for sure. That thing gets beaming hot. Same thing with the LM10. I would be embarrassed to tell you how many pairs of pants I've burnt from forgetting to put that thing in lockout mode. So, but this isn't about that. This isn't about me. We're not going to get into that. So, we're just going to tap, and we are learning. So all I did right there was tap to turn it on. You got your little dial here, and then we're just going to turn the dial, and we can see the brightness increasing to insanely bright, really, really bright. And it does vibrate on min and max, minimum and maximum, which is actually super, super nice. I really like that feature. We do have a little bit of a switch down here, so we'll hit the switch while it's turned on, and you can see we go to spotlight, or I guess thrower. You could call this thrower. And then the same thing applies if we just turn up this dial. There you go. You can see the little throwing beam is going to get brighter and brighter. And you know what? I really, really like the ease of function here. This is super, super easy to use. The only thing that I don't know how to do is how to turn on. I'm 95% positive this thing has a red light somewhere in there, because when I'm looking at this, I see lights that are not lighting up. So double click for turbo. Yeah, that is insanely bright, and now I'm blind. I mean, this is easy, and it's still got your little magnetic charger on the back. So Amino, yep, Amino is lighting up, and that lets us know that he can charge off of that. Move that out of the way. So this thing does have RGB. The only question is how do we get to it? That's my main question here. So let's just open this up for a second, because I do want to see the battery in this. And maybe I'll read the directions. Holy crap. I wasn't prepared for that. There you go. This is the 32650, and this is about one of the biggest dang batteries I've seen come out of a flashlight. I think the biggest battery I have is the 21700. I think is the biggest battery any of my flashlights take. And I know people are going to jump down there and be like, blah, 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 blah. I have a couple guys that comment every time telling me to get a real flashlight. But kind of like El Cap said with this, you know, he doesn't have a direct application for this. So that's kind of how I feel, you know. I think this light is like insanely cool. But I don't have a direct like application that I could use this for. I don't, other than like going outside, which, you know, that's fine. I mean, everybody goes outside, right? I mean, outside use is cool. So what if we triple click? Okay, well, that is the desired effect for a triple click. Same thing whenever the light's turned on. Yep. Yep. So I do not know how to get to RGB. So let's reconvene in like 2 seconds when I read the directions. So we'll be right back. Well, That's a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, it's been a while since I pulled out a flashlight. That has stumped me for a second. So, in typical Olight fashion, it's always easier than it seems it's going to be. So there are two things about this flashlight that I learned while reading the directions. And remember, this is just the unboxing video. I have had 0 time with this flashlight, so feel free to correct me in the comments down below, which is totally fine with me. I love constructive criticism. Some of you do not offer constructive portion of that statement, but that's also appreciated. So getting back into this, this thing, the lockout mode, which is now engaged, after 10 seconds of non-use, you have to rotate the dial 90 degrees, and that will unlock the flashlight. So, did not know that. So, that's pretty cool. I'm glad that I read that portion, because I'd be struggling trying to figure out how to turn this thing on. The second thing is actually changing to RGB is super simple. Turn the light on, press and hold, and bam, you are into the different colors. And we can press and hold, and we can cycle through RGB, red, green, blue. And that's about all there is to it. You can move the dial up and down, and that will give you the desired brightness setting. And honestly, the throw on these LEDs, these RGB LEDs, is really good. I did not expect that. I'm watching it shine across the room, so that is pretty freaking cool. You know, I've had 0 time to play with this, and I am in. I'm going to have one of these. And I'm going to say something super silly considering the weight of this. I would really love one of these in copper. Anybody who watches the channel is going to know that before I even say it. But this thing is gnarly. This thing is cool. I really dig it. I really do. I think this is awesome. I can't wait to go outside and compare this to some of the other lights. I think a really good competitor for this light is going to be the FW21 Pro, just because it's a little bit smaller. It claims more lumen output. I've never tested the lumen output, so I do not know if it is a full 10,000 lumens. This definitely has a lot more features than any of the flashlights that I currently own, so I won't be able to pit all the features up against this, but we can definitely, kind of test out the throw and the flood against some of my throwers and my floody lights. And we can just kind of see where this thing stacks up. Because it's not, I wouldn't call this a super duper expensive flashlight, but it's definitely not a cheap light. I mean, these things come in like I think they're coming in like right at like $200 or something like that. Before any kind of discounts or any kind of codes or anything. Remember, FBEDC for 10% off on this upcoming Olight sale. Sorry, I had to do a little bit of throwing myself out there. You know, got to support the channel. So yeah, it's definitely not a cheap flashlight for sure. $200 is more than a lot of people will spend on a flashlight. $20 is more than a lot of people will spend on a flashlight. We are just a special breed. So the only other thing that was in that package, ta-da! It does come with a holster. This, to me, is a little much. I don't, but yeah, what are you going to do with it, though? You know, are you going to put it in your pocket? So, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about carrying a flashlight in a holster as of right now. And the lanyard's kind of a weird, I guess if you're going to keep it in a holster, you're not going to lanyard it. Unless you just want it kind of ducking out the, well, maybe that's what this is for. Maybe. Did we figure something out without having to read a manual? Was that there we go? Is that what that's for? Yeah, okay. Well, the holster's not that bad. Velcro, I don't know. I'd probably make one out of leather or something. But it's not bad. It's really not bad. It's pretty similar to one of the other Olight holsters that I have. Very chunky. If, I grab a can of soda, it's kind of full, so we're not going to tip this. But this is thicker than a can of soda. So just imagine carrying, a can of soda on your hip. That's kind of what we're looking at here. I don't mind it, but, some people will. Yeah, I am super stoked to take this thing outside and play with it. I 100% promise El Cap this thing is going to arrive exactly the way it arrived to me, which is perfect. If in case anybody needs to hear me say that, this thing is in perfect condition, it looks like. So I am very, very thankful you sent this in. Thank you everybody for stopping by and checking out the video. Just like I said, this is just the original portion, the unboxing portion of some of the cool stuff that my buddy El Cap sent in, and I won't forget to put my strap up here because I am insanely excited about that. He did say I get to keep that, by the way. Pretty excited. So thank you again, buddy. Thank you everybody for checking out the unboxing video. I will definitely have full videos of these coming up very, very soon. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. You know what to do. I don't have to harp you on it. Thanks again, guys. Catch you on the next one.